Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. It's a very special episode today. As you can see, I'm crouched, and that means only one thing. We have a very special guest.
Hello, I'm George's gran.
The special guest.
Nice to see everyone. Today we are going to pot up some little trees. A member of the Westwood Cemetery group has acquired some whips, and whips are baby trees. They're going to go into Westwood Cemetery, but they need potting up until such time as the council officers tell us where to put them. So today, because it is so windy, we are going to do this in my kitchen. And I hope everyone will notice my earrings, one of which is a watering can and the other one is a trowel. Because my passion is gardening, as well as Cliff Richard. Well, here we are in my kitchen. It's absolutely blown a hoolie outside, so I'm very glad we're doing this in the warm. The first little whip that we are going to plant is a field maple or an acer. As you can see, they're very small, but these will grow into very large trees, which is why we have to be very careful where we actually plant them. And we're hoping to get either school children or sea cadets to come and actually plant them for us. But in the meanwhile, they will safely go into these pots to keep them alive until we know exactly what we're doing. So we start off by partly filling the plant pot. And we are using peat-free compost, and that is so important because we are saving the planet, because we don't use compost that has peat in it. It damages the peat bogs, mostly in Ireland, and the peat bogs absorb all of the carbon that creates global warming. So the peat bogs, the gardeners are now trying to be much more green-minded, and they are not using peat if they can possibly help it. And as long as the roots are well covered to keep them nice and moist, and they'll stay quite happily in this pot for about a month or so, as long as they are kept well watered. So that's it. That is the little tree in its pot. We then water it. Good water. Keep it well watered, and that will keep quite safely. We're now transferring them outside. We'll give them a bit of water outside. We'll take those four and come back for the other ones. Ginny! Got to be a bit careful, the pots are a little bit old. That one particularly, but they should be quite sheltered here. Tea bags are a really useful mulch. They keep the moisture in the summer, and if it's a plant that likes ericaceous soil, then the tea bags are absolutely invaluable. And again, waste not, want not. Let's recycle. So these are cayenne chilies. These are small salad peppers, and they're the very, very small ones. And these are osteospermum. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but they are daisies. And when you look at that, they're all pretty colours. So white, cerise, and orange, I think. So they'll be really, really pretty. But if you notice, we recycle. As gardeners, we really do need to be responsible. And so I personally try to recycle everything. These are all fruit pots and yogurt things, and the mince came in that. Reuse them if you can. We'll maybe be able to use those 2 or 3 times more before they disintegrate. But this is the first stage, little teeny seedlings, pushing bravely through into this cold world.
So what have we learnt today, Gran?
Well, we've learned today that from a tiny, tiny little plant like that, a little tree whip, you can grow an enormous tree that will last for many, many generations, long after I've gone, and you as well, Georgia. We've also learned that it's not necessary to keep buying plastic, that we can reuse the plastic that we've got. We can use the wooden lolly sticks for plant markers. We can use peat-free compost, just to make sure that because we're gardeners, we are also looking after our environment, and I think that is most important.
Here's the steps to planting the whip.
Right, firstly, soak them in water when you get them. Half fill your plant pot, a recycled pot if possible. Pop your whip in, fill it up, firm it down, give it a good water, and put it somewhere sheltered until you're ready to plant it in its final place.
Alright, do you have any other final things you want to say, Gran?
No, just happy gardening, everyone.